You're live.
Get your starter.
Got 1 minute. to see.
All right, it's supposed to. Call meeting to order. We'll just say 7 o'clock on the nose. Look at that. We'll just change this up. Do a roll call. Allison.
Here.
Jason.
Here.
Who of us? Who else is on the board besides
Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan? Oh. No, Jordan. All right, any public comments? It's me. Approval of minutes.
Make a motion to approve the March 2026 minutes.
Want a second?
I'll second.
Sweet. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? That's approved. All right, motion to open a public hearing for 7415 Woodbury Road, special use and site plan approval. I need a motion.
I'll motion.
Need a second?
Second.
Okay, we are now open for public hearings. For 7415. I don't know if that's you guys.
Yeah.
That's right. You got the board.
We're the applicant. Do you want me to speak on the public hearing?
No, I mean, well, we open up, yeah, that's fine.
All right, so, you guys got the site plan. Basically, the owners, tried leasing it for a year and haven't had any luck. So they want to move towards making it mini storage, climate controlled mini storage.
Yeah.
Add a couple of garage doors for some bigger toys, pave a small little section, but other than that, leave her like it is, other than inside. Put mini storage units of varying sizes.
Okay.
You guys have any renderings or ideas on our unit, clean up the facade?
I've been wanting them to paint it for years, so I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna paint the front of it.
Okay.
But as far as any new facades or anything, no. No, they're gonna put a different access code door on the front. So people come and go as they please, but as far as anything on the front of the building, no.
Well, that sign's one, right? When they got hit many times.
No, that little tiny sign that's 3x3, that's a magnet
Still there?
for trucks is still there.
Okay.
Yeah, it still says Family Dollar on it. It's pretty faded, but
Okay.
yeah, but that structure's still there, yeah.
That gonna get removed at all or?
That hasn't been discussed with the owner. I mean, you guys have a separate sign ordinance, don't you, or sign
Yeah, we do.
permit?
Yeah.
So they have to get a sign permit before they did anything
Okay.
anyway.
I just have a truck hit it a couple more times, they'll come down.
Yes.
So. And,
So that to slices.
okay,
Yeah.
they're all agree with it. Any other question? Come on, Allison, say something now. Here, go.
You need to know how to do this first. I'm observing. Throw her right into
There you
it.
go.
Site and plan approval, right on the first day.
Well, it's a pretty easy site,
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
practically there. I
an
mean,
existing building with existing everything, so.
we don't need to change any coding. or anything for it, because it's already,
No, I
it's
mean,
already
they're gonna-
commercial.
Yeah, no, we don't have to. do
Okay,
anything.
I
That was
think
already
so.
zoned for that.
So. I'm assuming the owner's just gonna leave it, he doesn't have any future outlooks of changing it to something else or trying to sell it. So,
No, like I said, they tried lease / sell for a year
right,
and with no bites, so.
Okay.
It's like you gotta do something with it.
and you know what, storage, everybody wants it, everybody needs it, so it's always gonna be good. So.
You know, across the country, it's crazy.
It is,
You'll see 3 and 4-story buildings for mini storage.
Yeah.
that's just like, and climate control is gonna be, oh, let's go.
What's wrong with garage sales? Get rid of your junk.
Yeah.
Somebody else's junk is somebody else's product. So,
The only sticking point I see is when it comes to the maybe sign permitting and when we hit that portion, because it is right as you enter town.
Oh, yeah.
So from a planning standpoint, we just want that to be representative of the community.
And I think, I mean, you guys handle that through your sign permit, though, I believe.
yeah,
But
So
so that,
for this portion, yeah,
yeah.
I make a motion to close the public hearing.
all right, any discussion on that? Public hearing's fun. Sweet. Alright. Motion to approve the request of a special use and site plan for 7415.
I'll make a motion to approve the request for special use and site plan 47415.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? You guys are approved.
All right, thank you.
Quick and easy.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, number 5, discussion of the rental registration and inspection.
So I just kind of threw this on here because now we're at the point where everything's been approved and now we gotta make the decision of what we're gonna actually inspect and who's gonna inspect it.
Oh.
So I
This
talked-
is a deep conversation.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the beginning of what needs to be done. I
Okay.
talked to Joe today. And he has 2 people. That he could send us recommendations, people he worked with that we could hire to do the actual inspections.
Oh, okay.
Joe would be he said he would take on. If there's anything that was. Argumentative and we needed to go to the building board,
Okay.
he would be the building code person and the liaison between them. Board, it's 3 people,
We don't
which
have-
is, yeah, no, we do.
Oh, we do.
No, we had to when we put Rob on, we had to have one,
Okay.
so, Margaret's on it. Other people I don't know. Too long, but they're on it too.
So we have one.
Yes, yeah, hopefully we never have to use them because they're not used very often, but.
Right.
But we do have one.
Okay. And Joe
So
said
I
he would
just-
take on that.
Yeah, he would, but he was gonna give us a couple of things. I didn't know if you wanted to. Do an RFP for it, or if we just wanted to reach out to those 2 guys and see. What they're charging. I mean, I think everyone decided that it was just gonna be whatever the building person
Yeah.
charged.
Yeah, so it'd like be kind of like subcontracted to Joe.
Not really, not
Well,
him.
is it to the point where we need to have an RFP?
I don't think you have to have one. I mean, it's not something you have to put out there.
From an
But-
image standpoint?
I mean, I don't think there's a whole ton of them around and, we're just gonna use that until like E-Lansing, Lansing, all theirs because.
Can we do like a 15-day RFP? Or is it like a 5-day, can we make it a quick one?
Yeah,
So then
I
we can
mean,
just move on these guys if nobody responds.
Yep.
Okay.
and I didn't know, you wanted to wait, hire them and then have them put together the whole, like what you actually want in the
I think
inspection.
that'd be more prudent because they're more experienced than what we are.
Right.
as I would think, so. So I would rather get the inspectors in here than maybe have them sit down with us and say, all right, let's go through this thing, let's figure out what we need to do and.
Okay, that's kind of I think I put it on there just so now I gotta keep it all rolling for
Yep.
what's next and
Okay.
what's,
So,
Would that be, would they go directly to council?
they'd have to be approved by council.
Yeah.
Yeah, because. I mean, but I think because you guys pretty much started the whole thing, I think, sitting down and coming up with a plan and what you want on it should be planned.
good.
And then take it to
Then
council.
we'll take the council approval.
And yeah, they go through it and say, yeah, that sounds good and we're ready to go. Cause we kind of need to know, like, how we gonna roll it out, are we gonna send letters, are we gonna, how we're gonna.
Right.
Do it and how often. How we're gonna roll it out and take a year to do so that not everybody do at the same time. How many years we're gonna do it for.
That may be decent to get some input from them to see how many they would want to tackle any year, give a calendar year, whether it's 2 or 3. I know we had originally talked about having it be a 3-year inspection. So it makes sense to break it up into thirds.
Yeah.
And then for some of our people who are concerned whether they have a rental that we pass, which quite frankly is scary. That
They're
we
worried.
may have a rental that may not pass the
Right.
base inspection.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the buzz that I hear. I think they think it's a much more intense.
Yes.
So they're a little worried about like their furnaces being inspected and their water heaters and like everything being up to code. I think that's what they're thinking. Couple people that I've talked to, I'm like, it's not that intense.
Well, you
It's
get
gonna
a
be-
pressure relief valve on your house.
Right, yeah, I mean, like, there's, yeah, I mean, and I've
Yeah.
looked at a lot of different inspections and what they have, what they qualify for, and. I mean, some of them, like East Lansing's crazy, like, a lot,
Mhm.
they inspect a lot. But the majority of them are not that intense and they're pretty.
I think the
reasonable.
ones I sent you
Yeah.
that was my idea, was just a very. Is this a safe place to?
Yeah.
Mhm.
And raise kids, and if it is, great, you pass it, if it isn't, then correct it, make sure there's smoke detectors.
Right.
Yeah,
And I
I
think
mean-
from a liability standpoint, if I was a landlord, I would want to have in writing that, yes,
Yeah.
I did have this thing.
Right.
Perfect.
yeah, I mean, I've gotten a couple calls that, they were like, when do we have to register by? I'm like, well, look at you all,
Right.
so. So, yeah, I mean,
And it's a selling point for the landlords too. It's okay, we are
yeah,
certified, approved, so now we can raise your rent.
yeah, right, I mean,
I mean, it's-
that's the way I would look at it if I was a
Right,
landlord.
I mean, that's,
Be
I
like,
mean, I can
okay,
look at it,
well-
I mean, I don't think I will, but.
But no, I think. I think in terms, and they may have some input, but I would open it up to the public and say, hey, it's gonna be a 3-year program. If there's 100, then 33.3 a year.
Right.
The first 33 who apply gets the first inspection, and if by year 3, you're one of the 33 remaining, yours are going to happen. And that's probably gonna be rough year inspectors.
Yeah. Well, and I mean,
That-
I think the hardest thing is gonna be just getting the tenants to, pick a day,
Mhm.
so. Cause I'm assuming most of them are gonna wanna be there and. I think that's gonna be the most challenging thing is. I don't think we'll have too many problems with people registering and. We can pretty much guess everyone when there's a rental, if we know, and we will definitely have to put something out that says, if you go in the rental, you have to register. But we'll probably send out a letter to everyone that we do know and say we need to register by a certain date, whatever. It's gonna be that, making an appointment with the tenants that I fear will be maybe lengthy or more difficult.
Well, and I'm not sure if it's changed, but I mean, when I lived in Port Huron, they were very strict. About their rental inspections and probably closer to East Lansing.
Mhm.
And it was very much, we're gonna be in your area this week. They let
Yeah.
the landlord know, landlord lets you know, and you pick from 1 to 3 days. I was never there.
Yeah,
Landlord always let.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, hopefully I just can, I don't know, I'm having a flash of like, that could be the problem. Just nailing them down is, I think the landlords will be, but. I mean, I think legally they can say no. Then we have to,
There's recourse.
Yeah.
That's it.
no. Hopefully it's an issue.
You have 24 hours, anything you're doing in there that you shouldn't be doing.
Exactly.
24 hours. If
Right.
not, we definitely need to get in.
Right, right. Well, and I think this is a perfect, like some landlords, they, have a hard time getting into their rentals and this is kind of their way to get in there.
Right.
They wanted to actually go in and be with Inspector Levy and be like, okay, I want in that. I mean, I know, there's somebody who's like, I haven't been in there since I owned it. So like, well, this is your chance to get in there,
See, most standard leases, and at least ours, that we run through Van Etta's. We let the tenant know that we'll give a 24-hour notice. We reserve the right to enter the property, inspect it yearly for
Yeah,
safety and maintenance,
right,
so.
Yeah.
Maybe that we could do, because I know in the rental code, they have to submit a copy of their lease. for
yeah,
that. Yeah,
I think so, yeah.
so we can make that a provision that was in there, because that would alleviate a lot of the issues, I believe.
Yeah,
And Michigan law might change, but.
Yeah.
Our lease is at work. So,
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, I think that's still a lot. But I just wanted to touch base with that and see the next step she does want to do and.
Is there? Weren't we going to? Get this added to the maintenance code and put into the charter?
Yes, yeah, now that it's all signed, well, once I get, will be, yeah,
I
that
think
we,
once we do the steps that we gotta do, that would probably be what goes in the charter.
no, that would be just our internal, what happens, the actual, ordinance that we just passed, that will go into the ordinance with, along with the, new property maintenance code. We're gonna do it both together.
Mhm.
It's cheaper to do it together. The more you add, the more. They push them together and they give you a deal. So, yep, that will be. And, Joe sent over all the contract and all the fees and stuff, so that'll be the council meeting, shall be approved.
How much more is it cost to do?
I don't know, cause I never knew the whole building thing, cause the building's like by how big it is and how much you're doing, so.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if like some of the fees, like, site plan reviews and all that, that kind of stay the same, but it's the building fix and I don't think it's unreasonable.
Okay.
I mean, he took an average and, of
Right.
everybody around and we were way below everyone, so. I think he averaged it in and then he actually put in. One of the fees, he just added it together so that it's one fee instead of two different fees, so. I don't think it's any. Definitely not higher than anybody else's. Except for Shiawassee. Like Shiawassee County is very low, but they're also doing volumes, so.
Right. Any question?
Not really. I haven't been up to date on this because I haven't been to the meetings about this specific subject.
Yeah. I mean, this is an easy meeting.
Yeah.
Since the last few that we've had have been longer.
Yes.
I do
So you're
have-
getting initiated in a good one.
I do have a question about something else.
Okay.
Do we have an up-to-date zoning map?
We should with the new, when we have the new, master plan. That's all being reviewed right now. We're waiting on all the reviews of all the different, different cities that we've sent it to, and it's gotta be out there for so many weeks.
Do you have an extra binder?
I do, I just don't have one that has all the stuff that they gave us.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, I could probably our copier's not working, but I could get you all the steps that we've had to do to do that, even when I do it all that, and
Yeah, that's a
we such a copy of it all and. Yeah, right.
That's land use. I'm sure it's in your someplace.
We still have time to get pictures, so we're not.
Land use?
Yeah.
And
That might be, yeah, low density, residential, medium density. Technically be the zone use.
one online is just from 2007, so I'm sure things have changed.
Well, since Tim, that was his original stint on council, the master plan was redone last time,
Oh, okay.
so that had to been a while ago.
Yeah, and they, even though they updated the master plan every 5 years, the actual map doesn't really,
Yeah.
you know, yeah.
Anything else? Okay, motion to adjourn,
Second.
adjourned. Tell Anthony every 12 minutes, Jared.
Shortest meeting I've had, in a long time.
Have access to like do your training or anything on it.
Yes, I can, sign you into, what is it, I'll send you an email
Yeah.
with all the, it's called
Map or.
maps, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know what it is. I got some
Steve,
acronyms in my life. I lose track of all the acronyms I have in my life. But yeah, I'll send you that. And that, they have tons of training and, we are members, so we do get some that are discounted or free. So, yeah. And other things I can send you when they come across my email.